and you have to bring your own crowd to an event. And we're pioneering a new way to treat cancer that's really not been done before. To give you about my background, I'm an engineer. I've been the CEO of 2 public biotech companies, and about 2 years ago, I walked away from a $400,000 a year job and $1.5 million stock options. And I asked my wife, I have an idea to treat cancer in a different way. And we have a daughter going into college, and my wife said, you've never worked in the cancer field, you want to walk away from the job, we have 2 kids going to college and we have a mortgage. And I said, yeah, I think I have an idea. And she said, go ahead. So 2 years ago, I did that. And to tell you a little bit about the journey, I want you to look to your left. I want you to look to your right. That's a group of 3 people. 1 out of 3 people in the U.S. will develop cancer in their lifetime. In the last 2 years, cancer has killed more Americans than has died in every war since the revolution. Every 2 years. We're losing this war on cancer. Every minute of every day, somebody dies from cancer. Every minute. Your mother, your brother, your father, your son, your daughter. Innovation is desperately needed. New medicines are desperately needed to fight cancer. And unfortunately, entrepreneurs or people in small companies without labs that do things on the backs of investors, of friends and family, and I have a lot of them here tonight, we're at a disadvantage financially. We're at a disadvantage because charitable donations and research go to academic institutions. National Institute of Health funds universities, elite universities. Only 2% of budgeted money goes to small business innovation. And yet we have to pay as much to get our drugs developed as everybody else, including the big pharma guys. We desperately need the ability to find a new way to treat cancer. So let me tell you about our technology. I had an idea that if you could kill the tumors in place, and we have a new drug formulation that does this better than anything that's been shown in animal models. What we've done is attenuate tumors that are human-sized in the mouse. We kill those tumors. We put a human-sized tumor in the mouse, and we can drive it to 0. You've heard cancer gets cured in the mouse, but not in tumors the size we worked in. We work in 6 times bigger tumors than what most researchers use. But what was most exciting when we did this was that the animals that we had a complete response for, we could not re-inoculate them. They could not get the cancer again. They were immunized. We had the ability with our technology to train the immune system, to send out natural killer T cells, dendritic cells, and T cells, acting like little robots to kill the cancer in the rest of the body. It's less toxic than conventional chemotherapy, and we can extend life by 5 times the normal drugs in the same cancer. The National Cancer Institute has not seen anything like this. We do call the technology the Tuminator technology because, like little robots, it kills the cancer. And we're very excited. We're approaching the FDA. We were recently awarded a contract with the National Cancer Institute. We work with one of the top scientists, Jay Berzofsky, who's told me he's never seen data this good. He's 43 years at the National Cancer Institute. And they just recently, as I said, awarded us a CRADA, which we get to pay half of for some of the research that we'll be doing in collaboration with them. Sound effects is an opportunity for us and for you to help us fund, because funding is very limited when you're not an academic researcher, when you come out of your own invention. It's almost never heard of. But with sound effects, and Mona, and thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to do this tonight, we can, with your help, if you look to your left and look to your right, maybe someday you'll save that life. And I thank you very much, and I'll be around later on to talk to you.
And thank you, Mona, for being here. My name is Peter Peterson. I am the CEO and co-founder of Genomic Expression. 10 years ago, both my parents passed away from lung cancer. And 3 years ago, my mother-in-law came down with cancer too. And she had a tumor the size of a basketball removed from her intestines. However, today she's a cancer survivor at the age of 83 due to smart genetic testing and smart drugs. So I'm meant to be more optimistic than some of my predecessors here because I think we will win the war on cancer. But we're not going to win it with the drop of a magic ball of a drug, but we're going to win it by sequencing tumors and matching tumors and your specific genetic drivers to a drug that works for you. So just to give you an example, that has been done in academia. Dr. Watson came down with an uncurable form of leukemia. He was lucky, I say that because he was also a researcher at Washington University, and his colleagues turned him into a research project. They sequenced his tumor, the DNA, the RNA, the full Monty, and they found an overexpressed RNA that was the target for a drug that was approved for kidney cancer. Now you're going to scratch your head. So didn't he have leukemia? Yes, he did. He took the kidney cancer drug and it worked. He's well and alive today. So the way we have looked at cancer for decades, by defining it as disease of a particular tissue, and where the doctor took pieces of that out, colored it, and looked at it in a microscope, is in the past. In the future, we're going to sequence the tumor, and we're looking at the RNA level because we think that's where the information is. And we're going to identify the exact genetic drivers for your cancer, and we're going to match that with a drug that works. So I would claim that we are on the path of winning the war on cancer, and that we will win it within the next 5 to 10 years. And we can turn cancer into a chronic disease. Without genetic testing, only 1 out of 4 treatments actually prolong life. 2 of those patients don't need the treatment. There's a number of cancer types that are not aggressive, and the whole definition of what's really cancer and not cancer is up in the air at this point. I want to thank Mona for innovating the way we are fundraising. We decided to go on sound effects for 2 reasons. One is that I think it's only 3 genetic mutations that are tested in lung cancer. Scientists will testify that there's published 10 genetic cancer types in lung. And I have data that demonstrates that that number is probably closer to 100. So unless we involve you in driving the need for getting tested, it will take us another 10 years to get this in the clinic, because that's how long it's been taking in the past just to get one marker to become standard of care. So that's one of the reasons why we are on the platform. The other reason is that VCs, when it comes to diagnostics, don't want to invest unless you have revenue. You can't get to revenue without a product. So I need your help. And the other issue is that the way you analyze and the data that you analyze is so complicated. None of the doctors have degrees or knew anything about genetics when they took that degree. So we are pledging to raise $50,000 to create an interface where the doctor can actually understand understand the information that comes out of this. So thank you so much for that, and please use our system, and let's see if we can get the crowd going. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so now we're going to take a break and give you guys the opportunity in FaceTime to talk to these entrepreneurs, to get our website back working, pull it up on your phone, check it out, watch their videos. It's very compelling. We will also give you time to check out our silent auctions. And then we're going to, after the break, we're going to have a performance by one of our featured artists, Miss Miller. Thank you.
Crowd TV signing off.